Newcastle side. You know, it's 4-0 up until right near the end. 6 past West Ham away. 4 last week. You know, 5 last week. It's not a coincidence what's going on. I know a lot of people are referring to the performance during the week, and we were there, and it was a poor performance. But I kind of think, I said to you after the game, I feel that when we get them back here, it's a completely different game. Because I just felt that in that game, Arsenal didn't quite know what to do. They were over cautious in that game against Porto. They were sort of like, well, we could go all out, but we don't want to concede a goal. And then in the end, we ended up conceding that one in the 94th minute anyway, which was a bit unfortunate. But when they come here, I think Arsenal, you know, Mikel Arteta is going to know what he wants to do, which is basically, we need to go, we need to win that game, we need to score goals. Personally, I think it could be another, you could see another performance like this.
I agree.
Here, when they're on it, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Right from the off today, Newcastle looked like the team played during the week.
Yeah.
Newcastle looked like the team lacking energy. We had so much energy. It was a fantastic performance.
It was on fire. It's weird that you said that the only disappointment was obviously the chances. It could have been more, but we conceded as well.
Yeah, we conceded, but listen, we can't. You know, we're getting spoilt now every week. Like 5-0, 6-0 clean sheets. You know, it's inevitable that, you know, players are going to get tired. We're going to concede. You know, it was a great header by Willock.
Yeah.
But that didn't really bother me. It was more the fact that I think we could have scored more goals, but I'm getting greedy here now. You know what I mean? We still scored 4 against Newcastle. You know, remember last season how difficult we found them to break down. Remember, you know, at St James's Park, how difficult that game was. You know what I mean? Even though, yeah, it was settled with a controversy, but we didn't really get shots. You know what I mean? We didn't, you know what I mean? They really restricted us. So I thought it was going to be really difficult, you know, to break them down, but we just completely blitzed them right from the start. Same thing what we did to Liverpool. And you know, someone said it earlier, we've now beaten Newcastle here, we've beaten Man City here, we've beaten Liverpool here. Right? Why shouldn't the fans be believing?
I was heading,
Man United here.
We're going to head to that. We're going to get to that. But I want to.
Yeah, Man United here as well.
We're going to head to the belief side in a second. But the midfield, because you spoke about that. Jorginho played against Liverpool and dominated. What's stopping the midfield just being Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard?
I think, yeah, listen, I think he was absolutely brilliant today. He orchestrated everything. I thought Jorginho would have played during the week against Porto. I was kind of surprised when he didn't start that game. I think if you're coming up against the better teams, you know, I think Jorginho should start in that midfield. But I think sometimes if you're going to come up against a team that's, say, one of the, like Burnley, where they're going to go with, you know, pretty defensive, then I do agree, get more attackers on the pitch. Then Declan Rice can take care of that, and you've got more goal scorers on the pitch, and it's worked, isn't it? Because we have been scoring more goals. But certainly Jorginho's not let us down, and he's been exceptional. He's, you know, that's been a great signing by the way. Those 2 signings we made in that January of Jorginho, well, 3 signings. Iviel, who's done, you know, brilliant. When I first saw him, when he was at Fulham that game, when he's playing left back, I was like, nah, man. I go, yo, I'll tell you, you need to rethink this. He don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a clue, but he's to give him his dues. He's learnt the position, and you know he doesn't invert like what, you know, Zinchenko does, but he's playing that left. You know, on somebody sort of compared him to a Kanji at City, and I can see that. You know, he's playing that role very well, right? And then Jorginho, brilliant signing. You know what I mean? He's come in. We're not missing Partey because Jorginho's putting in those great performances. And then what Trossard's done. So those 3 signings that we made in that January were brilliant, and they've really added to the squad. And